Arg! Ahoy there, matey! Welcome aboard the world of boating.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
I was just looking into buying a boat of my own.
Call World of Boating toll-free now at 1-888-88-28-BOAT. That's 1-888-828-BOAT.
And welcome. This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Barry the Boater, Mike the Mariner, rounding out the crew as we navigate the latest boating news and information on this Discover Boating Miami International Boat Show weekend. It's quite a bit going on. Matter of fact, Captain Rusty sometimes joins us. He's not going to join us today because not only does he got the Miami Boat Show to deal with, it's his birthday today. So he's out celebrating, and we wish him the best. A lot of stuff going on at the boat show. The weather seems to be quite cooperative this weekend, so it's going to be interesting to see if they end up breaking attendance records. But from what I've heard so far, it's been doing pretty good over the last couple days. I mean, we got 2 more big weekend days to go. But if the weather's any indication, I have a feeling we could be on our way of seeing some record numbers. Patrick, what do you think? Is that your prediction too, or no?
My prediction is I really don't care.
Okay. Well, what is your prediction?
It's been a long week for him, really.
Well, yeah, exactly. He's over it after load in. But no,
you're on a boating show, Patrick. You're on a boating show.
Mike, you don't understand, buddy.
No, we understand. He's burnout. He's a bit crotchety because he had to help manage loading in a major manufacturer for the boat show.
I'm already thinking about the crew heading down on Sunday to tear everything down.
Well, all I can say is glad we're not you. And but
white carpet. Oh my God!
But look at the bright side, Patrick. Try to focus. Now, do you think the weather is going to be a good thing for attendance? It's going to be a successful show. Do you have a prediction one way or another?
Well, Greg, here at WeatherMax, we expect that good weather does equate to large turnouts at boat shows. It's much different than, say, when it's snowing or there's a hurricane. And
okay, we're not going to get any kind of real answer out of Patrick. So let's just move on. What do you think, Barry?
I think the way the weather is right now, and looks like for tomorrow that it's going to be nice for people to head down to the boat show. Mm-hmm. Now, you were talking about having to pack everything up again. Patrick, is everything insured down there? What? There is an easier way just to deal with all that equipment and boats and stuff once you're done with the show.
Don't advocate that, man.
Oh my gosh.
Go on.
Don't give me any ideas, Barry. Come on.
There is a power plant down in Doral that is essentially burned to the ground. I don't know if you've heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to tell us, Barry?
Well, a lot of residents wanted that power plant out of here, and for some reason, it seems to have taken care of itself. I'm just saying, if you wanted to save yourself some time.
I've got a better plan.
All right, Mike, what is it?
Just make it a fire sale, and before you leave the building, just mark everything down to the point that someone's going to walk up and buy everything you've got, and then
you could do that too.
Anything back to
that's it.
Central Florida.
Come on, Patrick.
Kind of a strange thing. Boat dealerships really never use the term fire sale. I wonder why. Let me think on that, Mike.
Fire and boats don't go together.
No.
That's true.
I did not mention that word.
Okay.
But yeah, you could come back. Billy Bob could come back with his big old trailer and pull away with a beautiful Regal yacht.
He could if he has the proper credit score. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. What everybody reports. Obviously, the numbers could be good in that regard. Whether that will translate into big sales for all the manufacturers, we'll have to wait and see. What
it's
the
a good
buying
weekend.
public is
We
doing.
have a 3-day weekend here. So
Greg, we did get some feedback on the World of Boating Facebook page, where Eric White, one of our devoted listeners, one of our top fans, he was making plans to go down. We have been communicating back and forth as far as how many days he thought he should stay. So he reports as follows, and this is from Eric White.
Yeah.
He was there this past Thursday and Friday. Nice display of boats overall. I think my favorite boat, go figure, the Regal 38 Fly, the Beneteau Swift Trawler 41, and the Aquila 42. he had some not so nice things to say about a certain staff at a certain display. Was a very large yacht manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
Said they were overly rude. Said the staff at Marlowe Yachts was very nice. The Krogan 58 was probably his favorite boat. And as he's up in South Dakota, and he's talking about boating up there, everybody was like, we don't have a dealer up in South Dakota. But he was really, really taken with the boat show. I think that was the first one that he had gone to.
Well, there you go. Sounds like he had a fairly good experience. I mean,
I wonder if he took the buses over to the other boats then. Yeah, he must have.
Well, he saw them, so
to the in-water ones.
He traveled around, got around and saw some stuff. Had a bad encounter with one particular vendor, evidently, but hey, that can happen. Actually, that's one of the downsides to being so popular for a boat show and having so many people. You probably have a higher chance of having a bad encounter because they're distracted and they don't want to mess with people that aren't,
Well, I think it was one of those yacht manufacturers that they want to check, your references, DNA.
Right.
Yeah.
They
Research
scan the
family
barcode.
tree.
Yeah.
If you're not prepared to offer up your firstborn, they may not give you the time of day at some of those. But hey, that's just the way life works sometimes. That isn't necessarily just for the boat show, but it can happen. So we'll see. A lot of technology on display. There was an article. I know we talked about this a little bit before, but Raymarine and a company that's connected to Hyundai have teamed up to bring automated boats, self-driving boats to fruition, like the Tesla system. It looks like they're at the forefront of that technology at the moment. It's still a ways away, but they're thinking another couple of years, this is going to be, self-driving boats. This will be the system.
So
what do you mean why? Because it'll be just like we have self-driving cars.
Why do you need that?
Patrick, it's going to be in beta. Don't worry, they'll recall it.
Yeah, well, they very well may. I like the technology, having it as a backup. Now, if you rely on it too much, of course, it'll backfire on you. But I'm just saying, the technology is coming. It's already here, kind of. They still got to work out all the bugs and stuff like that.
I don't get, for a lot of people, driving is a chore. It's just a means to an end to get from point A to point B, to get to work, things like that. You got to do it. Not everybody enjoys it. I happen to enjoy it.
Okay. Well, then drive. You don't have to turn on the autopilot.
No, I was talking about an automobile. Now, when you go boating, if you're going boating, part of the experience is driving the boat. Would you not agree, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, why would you just want to go step on a boat and sit and let it drive itself somewhere?
That's what Greg does when he goes on a cruise.
No. Here's the scenario though. So say, Mike, you're cruising along, and your guests are on your boat, and all of a sudden you come across a pod of wild dolphins that everybody's taking pictures and stuff, and you're running the boat and you can't stop because they're playing in the wake, and you're like, gosh, I'd like to see this. And you just flip on the autopilot system, let it take control, and turn around and take a look.
They run all over the dolphins.
No, you don't ever leave the helm. What are you?
I didn't say you lose, but you can put on the autopilot and you turn around and you can see the dolphins. I'm just saying.
That's the same thing. You're not supposed to do that with a Tesla either. You're not supposed to let go of the steering wheel.
Well, you can.
So why would you want an autonomous boat? You absolutely have to have a human at the helm watching the boat and watching what it's doing for safety reasons. So why pay all that money? Because it also has to have collision avoidance and all that stuff. So you're going to have a system that is probably worth about what the entire boat's worth, and camera equipment and all of the logistics and the computers to coordinate all that stuff.
Right. LiDAR, sensors, you got it, everything.
I can't even imagine. I mean, my boat is World War II, except for my navigation, which is state-of-the-art, Raymarine, touchscreen, all that stuff. Everything else is toggle switch World War II technology. And
that's right. But wouldn't you like to have an AI co-pilot to back you up? When you become incapacitated because, Captain Patrick has started an argument with you and put you over the edge, and you have a migraine, you might need to lean on some of that tech. I'm just saying. All right, we're coming up. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why we've added Nanook protective hard cases to our list of products you can now purchase on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. Underwater photographers, listen up. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook protective cases cost less than similar products currently on the market. The company has been around for over 15 years, but it's new to the U.S., so we've made a small number of Nanook cases available exclusively for you at a special introductory price on the merchandise page at scubaradio.com. Go there now and check out Nanook, the evolution of protection.
Be an explorer in the other two-thirds of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Even Keatley wasn't ready for me, or anything that followed. Chased by a police department, led by his ex-girlfriend, and hunted by brain fork-wielding Fijian assassins, it's everything he can do to keep from getting locked up, killed, or worse. Kava Screw is available as an ebook for $2.99 at Amazon.com. Kava Screw. Put a brain fork in him. He's done.
Successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the world of boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Pirate!
What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor? What will we do with a drunken sailor at a light in the morning? Way in, she raises way in, she raises way in, she raises at a light in the morning.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Barry the boater. Also, Mike the Mariner rounding out the crew as we navigate the latest boating news and information. Miami International Boat Show going on, brought to you by Discover Boating. And it's not the only big boating event going on. There's one, what is it, Traverse City we're going to check in with, Patrick? Is that where they
Rapids.
are? Grand Rapids. Okay.
Grand Rapids Boat Show.
You know, Florida obviously has quite a bit of boats and boating activity going on this weekend because of the Miami show. But Michigan, I think it's rated the third biggest boating state. Do I have that right? Right under California and Florida? I think that's correct.
I'm just going to agree with you because I just don't have the energy to debate you on this one.
Bait me?
Debate you.
Oh, debate me. Okay. All right.
He's had a long week. You got to give him a break.
Okay, we'll give him a break. That's fine. He needs to know nothing for today's show. That's fine. But yeah, you know, technology is one thing. If you don't like the autonomous driving boats, you know, it's coming whether you like it or not. You know, they're working on it. You know, it's going to be interesting. And I see both sides. I do. I mean, I get it that people want to buy their boats and want to be able to drive them. It's not quite the same as having a car. But on the other side of the coin, you know, there'll be a bunch of people that, I mean, if I had a boat, I wouldn't mind having that system on there to have a backup.
Well, that's called a cruise for you.
No, it's not. I would drive it for the most of the time. But then if, you know, I thought the Computra could bring it into the dock and bring it in better than me, I'd
Greg,
take it away.
You already have an autonomous boat system.
Which is?
Barry.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I got to feed them. I got to feed them and keep them alive.
Only for a short period of time.
It's a lot of headaches I don't want to deal with. But anyway.
Hey, you call ahead. The boat's already in the water. The engine's warmed up. You step on board. Away it goes. You just kind of sit.
And then it's like, What's that smell? Oh, that's
No,
Barry.
then he
Oh,
pukes.
crap.
Oh,
And he
Okay.
pukes.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah,
even have to
everything's
clean
going
it up.
away.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what the weather's like in Grand Rapids today, but I guess we'll find out here in a matter of moments. What else do we? Well, I know, Mike the Mariner has been out of commission the last couple of weeks, avoiding us, taking a well-deserved break from the World of
Smart
Boating
man.
crew. Yeah, and but he still, has his head in the game. And you came across some other technology that's probably on display at Miami and maybe Grand Rapids Boat Show too, but it has to do with props. Is that right?
Yeah, Sharrow Marine. I came across this about a week ago and started reading about the technology, and I was reading about the performance differences when you apply this prop. So they had a boat that with twin 300 horsepower motors, and they used standard props, and then they applied their props to it, and they gained efficiency and speed and planing time. So the planing time was reduced. And it just really intrigues me because I'm in the mode right now where I'm looking to reprop Silhouette.
Yeah.
And so I'm taking a deep dive into this technology to see if it's something that would apply to my boat.
Okay,
they
so
do have an inboard version.
So we're just to be clear, it doesn't look like a traditional prop at all. Is that it, or what?
Right.
How would you describe it?
A traditional prop would be a 3-blade or a 4-blade, and sometimes a 5-blade open propeller. This looks kind of like a loop. It has an insert cut out of the blade, and then it's looped back and tied back into the hub. And so it looks kind of like a yogurt mixer, quite frankly.
Okay. It doesn't look anything like a traditional prop that we're used to seeing, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If you looked at this thing, you would not think that it would give you, a better thrust and better.
It slices, it
better
dices,
performance.
it juliennes.
Did you look up the price of these props yet, by any chance?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I'm
Barry,
for my boat,
share.
I'm going to have to do a special order because
Should we discuss this off the air?
Why?
$10,000.
Well, it's brand new technology.
$999 for one prop.
Well, yeah. Well, how big though? For what kind of
this
boat?
is just their regular prop. This is their stainless
Well,
steel.
that's the stainless steel. So I'm going to be ordering brass.
Ah, see,
Okay,
that makes a
and
big
bigger,
difference.
right?
So-
You going
and
brass
bigger
or
because I have
nibral?
diesel, or probably nibral. Actually,
What's a nibral?
You're right. It's the material.
Okay, but what's the advantage of this new design other than it probably mixes yogurt better than your traditional?
It mixes
prop?
yogurt. Well, if it mixes yogurt, it mixes water better.
Yeah, maybe.
But what they're saying, and based on the performance reports, is that especially in the mid-range performance spectrum, which most of us operate our boats in, we're never running wide open throttle, and you're rarely running at idle for very long. So it's the mid-range performance you really want to look at, and the charts on all the boats they've tested with this prop have made drastic performance improvements over traditional propellers. So to me, that's a pretty interesting proposition. So better speed, better fuel efficiency, because if you're turning, if you're getting better speed out of the same RPMs, you're getting better efficiency.
Yeah, saving more fuel that way. What do you think, Patrick? I know you're looking at this and you're thinking like, "Oh, this sucks balls." Is that right? Am I reading your expression correctly? Again?
No, it's I would have some concerns. And I mean, it's not like there's a section cut out of each blade. It's more like they almost consider it a ribbon. Each blade is a ribbon, so it's attached higher, and then it folds over, and then is welded lower, and then they polish it out. And there's a fair amount of course technology and machining that goes into it.
Yeah, it's cut on a CNC. I think it's all one piece that they cut out. I know what it looks like, but I'm reading what it does.
But I think this design and the way they pitch those ribbons eliminates a lot of cavitation. I think that's where they're getting their efficiency gains is eliminating cavitation.
Well, that's no different than those of us who old school used to drill holes in props.
Well,
which we talked about
a couple weeks ago. We had
before,
little pinholes in a bunch of them. Supposedly, some technology out of Denmark. I think they were talking about that, but I don't know. This is a totally different thing, I think.
Now,
no, it is. It is.
They did do a test on a 33 Regal with twin Yamaha 300s. They said it was 35% more fuel efficient with these props.
How about that?
That's a big chunk of change.
That's nothing to ignore, I would say. If it pans out, why not? Yeah, I mean, obviously the upfront cost, being a new type of prop, they might hit you up that way. But I don't know. Could it be something?
It's been out there for about 3 years. It got the 2020 Innovation of the Year award, I think, down at Miami.
Yeah. So you're a fan or not a fan, Patrick? What do you think?
Undecided. My only concern with a prop like that and on the service end of things is seeing customers' boats come in and the props are dinged up and pedaled over, and can these be repaired?
Yeah, well, you have to contact that manufacturer, I guess. All right, well, we'll see where it goes. Hey, look, we're going to check in with a boat show in Grand Rapids next. Stay close.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network.
Traffic sucks, unless you're scuba diving with Mike Scott.
Mike glanced down at his dive computer. It showed less than 50 PSI left in his tank. Probably just a few more breaths.
Or riding shotgun in a thrilling car chase.
One bullet hit the Jeep's windshield, spiderwebbing the passenger side. Mike shifted into second gear and felt the Jeep leap forward. This just got serious.
Escape your commute with audiobooks from author Eric Douglas. Download to your phone. Go to booksbyeric.com or audible.com.
Do you have a message or product you need to share with the boating world? Well, look no further than the World of Boating radio show. Just like you, thousands of boating enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to worldofboating.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter. Craig, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Barry the boater, Mike the mariner, rounding out the crew. And we now have Sadie's from Grand Rapids Marine with us at the Grand Rapids Boat Show. Sadie's, welcome to the World of Boating. How are you?
Good. We're at the Grand Rapids Boat Show with Granby Marine and got a huge display and it's packed.
Oh, that's good news. We like to hear it when a lot of boaters are showing up and talking about boats. And I'm sure you like it when they're walking around and potentially buying them. Is that a fair assumption? What do you think?
Yes. We got a lot of boaters out here ready to have some summer fun, and we're helping them get out on the water with their friends and family.
There you go. Now, I got to ask, we have the Miami International Boat Show going on this weekend, too. Are you even aware that's going on the same weekend? Or are you guys in your own little bubble up there in Michigan and like to,
We are aware, and we heard that was a fantastic show as well. Granby Marine is actually partners with Wallstrom Marine now.
Yeah.
And Wallstrom Marine was down there and hanging out on some Pursuit and Chris Craft boats down there in Tierra. And here at Grand Rapids Boat Show, we have Granby Marine and Wallstrom. Granby Marine has a huge Regal display, and Wallstrom has some Pursuit and Chris Crafts as well.
I got it. You're multitasking, as you should. You got to share the love. Yeah. Not everybody can get down to Florida for this big event, and you got to take care of the folks there locally, too. I love it. So are you seeing anything different this year, or is it more of the same, more activity? What is your vibe overall, Sadie's?
It seems, really active, like a lot of new boaters that want to get into the industry. Super excited people to just get on the water. I think the past couple of years, they realize what's important to them, and that's being with their friends and their family, and spending some quality time. And what better way to do it than on the water?
Absolutely. Captain Patrick, what do you think about this?
Sadie's, when you talk about boating up in that area, for our listeners, because we are the World of Boating, and I know our time with you is limited, what kind of things, other than getting out on the water, what is there to go see? What if we were coming up there for the first time? What would you recommend?
Oh, we're based out of northern Michigan. You have the Chena Lakes, you have the sand dunes, you have everything that you want, for family fun. Lots of activities that you can do. You can boat to, and really, northern Michigan it's beautiful to see. So anyone up in that area, there's so much to do on the water, off the water. It's a great area to see.
I bet. Hey, Sadie's, I got to ask. So, I mean, at this time of year, obviously the boat show's inside because it's winter up there. I mean, when does it actually start opening up there in Grand Rapids, you figure? What is there? Is it Memorial Day or is it earlier than that, or what do you think?
You know what? The biggest push is for Memorial Day to be out there. You know, if we get a good summer where it's starting off strong and people want to get out there on Memorial Day weekend, that's the biggest, busiest weekend of the year is Memorial Day.
Absolutely. What about the biggest boat on the show floor this weekend? Do you know offhand which one it is?
Yes. We actually have it in Grand Bay Marine's booth. It's the Regal 42 Fly.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's going to be in northern Michigan. This summer we'll have it out there. It's awesome.
Yeah. Now, Sadie's, do they call that the queen of the show, queen of the Grand Rapids show?
They do. Yes.
See?
Yes, it's the queen of the show.
See, Patrick and Barry, he thought that I had made that title up. That's actually a thing. But it is a thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. See?
It is. It's the biggest. We got lines on our docks. We've had lines all day here for everyone to come see it and see. We have sport boats. We have anything from a 20-foot boat to a 42-foot Regal.
Got it. And your position with Grand Rapids Marine, what are you one of the sales?
Bay Marine.
Or Grand Bay? It's Grand Bay Marine? Is that what it is?
Yes.
I'm
Grand Bay
sorry.
Marine. Yes, I'm the marketing director.
I got it. Okay. So do you get any spare time to just go out and peruse the aisles and just enjoy the sights yourself, or are you just working nonstop? What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I've been on the docks all day. It's been awesome, you know, interacting with the customers and trying to find people, you know, what they want to do and how they want to use their boat. If it's, you know, they want to be surfing, great. If they want to be, you know, more of cuddy, you know, sleepovers in the marina, we got everything from sport boats to bigger boats like the 42 Fly.
Yeah. And they're all taking them around the Great Lakes right around there in Grand Rapids, or just all over, or
Yes.
what do you think? Yeah.
Yes. Yep, we have huge clients, customers in Grand Rapids area, and that's because Regal handles the water so well. You know, they're family-owned, debt-free company. They're always bringing on new models. They fit, you know, they're our bread and butter of this area.
Yeah.
They handle the big waters in northern Michigan, Grand Rapids area. And they're all about family fun, right?
Absolutely.
They're boaters. Dwayne and Cindy Cook, the owners of Regal, are here today with us.
Oh, okay.
To share their stories. They boat in Michigan. They'll be in Charlevoix this summer. But it's all about family fun and helping everyone get on the water.
Barry the boater, what say you?
Sadie, you mentioned cuddy boats. Are they more popular up north versus down here in Florida?
You know what? I think there's a lot of, you know, a little bit of everything. Regal does a really good job with their 26 and 28 Express up to their 33. So it really just depends on what type of boating you want to do. But they're very popular in this area in Grand Haven and in northern Michigan as well.
And Sadie's, I got to ask, so do you have a personal vessel yourself, or do you just smooze off of your worker bee friends there at Grand Bay Marine?
I'm always out trying the new models, and
Yes.
I'm actually a big surfer. Love being on the surf boats, and you know the being on the big Regals are fun too. But we do part of my job is doing all the fun events, so. You know, I'll get out there, do some cocktails with some customers, show them around, do some demo days, all that.
Nice. Now, you say you're a big surfer yourself. Are you talking about surfing off the wake of the vessels up there in the Great Lakes? Wow, you're one of those. She's one of those guys.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what Regal does? They came out with the surf models, but it's so versatile. You can have it be a family fun boat and switch on the surf system. And it's awesome to ride that wake. It's such a social sport. But then you just turn off the sport mode and you're back to cruising with your friends and family up to the restaurant. So they do a really good job. It's not just for surfing. It's really all about family. And, you know, how can we make this a family fun boat and allow the surfing action to be there too.
Well, there you go. It's fun to watch. I mean, I think the next time we go out, we're going to take Barry the boater, throw a rope attached to him, and just drag him and see if he surfs. That's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And
Sure.
we do demo days and all that.
Okay.
No, he can't wait to see me getting dragged behind a boat.
Yes, it's going to be a good day. That's going to be a good day. All right. Well, Sadie's. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, that's the thing is you can be a younger person surfing or an older adult and anyone can do it. And it doesn't hurt your body.
Right. It's just how you look. I mean, Barry's going to be like a buoy bouncing over the waves, unlike what Sadie's would be doing up there.
I'll make sure you're not around to watch that.
All right. Well, Sadie's, thanks for the update. We really appreciate it and wish you the best at the Grand Rapids Boat Show there, Grand Bay Marine. Check them out. And you have a great day, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. All right. So now we know there's more than one boat show going on this weekend. It sounds like they're having a pretty good time.
And it's 37 degrees up there.
Well, glad we're not them. And,
yeah.
And their crowds are great.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
Are they outside in the water or are they in a building?
No, they're inside. Or do they have an in-water section too, Patrick?
Yep.
Okay, well,
How do
there
they
you go.
deal with ice?
All right. Oh, that's an issue, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
They're frozen in place.
You're listening to the World of Boating Radio Network. Successfully navigated the Sea of Commerce and now are clear to cruise with the World of Boating.
I do like the water.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
The sun, the sea air, good friends.
Brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
You can't have 5 people or 10 people in a boat.
So if it is a family of 4 or 5, like husband, wife, and kids, they're going to have to pick 2 of them at a time.
They would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Greaseball, where did you get the right to tell me how many people can come on my boat? Nobody asked that question. Whoa, really? It's on the boat or on the dock? Nobody said anything. Sweetly sailing, darling. Sweetly sailing by the sea. Silver caps the ocean. We'll be sailing free.
This is the World of Boating. Greg, your first mate, Captain Patrick, Mike the Mariner, Barry the Boater, rounding out the crew as we navigate the latest boating news and information, talk about the Miami International Boat Show, talk about the Grand Rapids Boat Show. It's all about boating. It's a good day to talk about boating and experiencing it. Now, we have a few more little nautical news nuggets to share with our passengers today. Patrick, I know a lot of these are featured on the World of Boating Facebook page, but which one do we want to navigate through first?
Actually, wanted to touch real base, go back to the boat shows real quick. So one of the great things about like a boat show, up at Grand Rapids, you know what the ticket cost is?
Don't know.
$12.
Okay, that's good.
Seriously? That's
$12
fantastic.
And children 6 to 14, $5. You know what the Miami Boat Show ticket price is?
Wait a minute.
Tad more.
Let me put on my seatbelt.
16 ounces of gold.
Oh.
No,
I had that somewhere.
It's about $40, and children's tickets are about $15. Of course,
that's for a one-day ticket?
Yeah, the size matters. I mean, you're talking totally different level of boating activities available for people in Miami. Wouldn't you agree, Patrick? Come on.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's only one of the largest boat shows in the world, so I mean, you got to kind of,
There's a lot of cost
Grand
recovery
Rapids
that goes
is
in
creeping
with that.
up. It's only been Grand Rapids Boat Show's only been going on for like 78 years.
Well, yeah, but still, it's not quite as big a real estate area as the Miami International Boat Show. I mean,
we were talking with these props that Mike had mentioned earlier. So down at the 2023 Miami International Boat Show, they did their 2023 Innovation Awards. Center console walk around, Viking Yachts, the V65 center console.
65-footer?
55.
Oh,
Okay.
55 foot. Still, that's a huge center console.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like
So that
it's
won
really big.
Innovation Award at Miami.
That won an innovation award. Consumer Electronics, Navico Group, Lowrance HDS Pro with active imaging and active target 2. Consumer Safety Equipment, ACR Electronics.
Oh,
Rescue
ACR
Link,
is great. Mhm.
Rescue Link AIS Personal Locator Beacon. That one I could see definitely. C-Ray took Cuddy Cabin, deck equipment, the deck pad. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's listed. That's on the World of Boating Facebook page. And
What
at
about the Sea-Doo boat that you
worldofboating.com.
love so much that we were talking about last week?
Okay, actually under personal watercraft,
Yeah.
believe it or not, the Sea-Doo Explorer Pro 170 took Innovation of the Year award. But the first electric personal watercraft jet ski is on display down at Miami as well.
Okay, you like that one, but you didn't like their other one. What was that called again?
The Lego
Switch.
the Lego boat.
Yeah, the Lego
The
boat.
Switch.
The Switch. That's what it was, right?
I'm going to switch it off because it's.
Hey, you
Just
know,
not a fan.
one of those was coming in the marina last week. We took Silhouette out for a cruise. We're going out, and as it was coming in, everybody on my boat was, "What is that thing?"
Yeah.
as it floated by, I said, "Well, I know exactly what that is. We
Yeah.
just talked about that." On
But it wasn't
Lego
like,
boat
what
a
is
couple
that
weeks
thing
ago.
that's cool? It was like, what the hell? Is it one of those?
Actually,
or what?
Hey, they have their purpose, right? They've got a lot of deck space. And they do perform well.
Yeah.
They're fast, and so they have their place. They're just, it's just kind of
it's
cheap, it
different
looks like
looking.
a plastic boat.
Yeah.
You know, it's
and,
just
and it's perfect for, again, as Patrick had suggested, for a rental boat company because you can't destroy it. I mean, you could try to
Yeah,
destroy
they're
them,
durable.
but yeah, they're durable and they're perfect for, going to sandbars and just hanging out all day.
Yeah.
Because again, you don't care if you get scratched or something like that.
Well,
Okay.
here's the thing. I mean,
I don't know. Patrick's
people,
laughing. He's losing it.
people buy boats for different purposes, right? And
Right.
sometimes they don't care what it looks like. They just want to be able to do stuff on it. And that boat has a lot of those features. I mean, when I bought my skiff, my Craig Cat to accompany Silhouette, Patrick was like, "Don't do it. You're gonna hate it." Well,
And he loves it.
Whoa.
I'll go back, play the tape. That's exactly what you said, Patrick.
I did not say he would hate it.
You said you hated it.
I said I hated it.
Right.
Okay, point taken.
Oh,
And you were like,
golly.
don't do it. Don't do it. But actually, everything's a compromise, right? And in my case, I wanted something that was a bit more expeditionary than a rib with a 9.9 that goes 7 knots. This thing goes
Which was
30.
completely, you went in a completely different direction from what your initial stated purpose was, which was something that you could have on the boat that would allow you, if you couldn't get into a dock or a marina somewhere or a restaurant, you could anchor out and you'd have a way to get in.
Yep.
You bought the Craig Cat, fine, and next thing you know, you're going all the way up to Lake George in the thing.
Yeah, but he
the
also
thing
has
is,
the
I
same
guess the part I left out was I wanted to get from the boat to the dock at 30 miles an hour. Maybe I left that out.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, get one of those Sea-Doo switches.
That's right.
He's pretty much set with his Craig Cat. But, the Craig Cat is kind of a head turner type of design, too. Wouldn't you agree there, Mike?
Yeah, and quite frankly, I mean, yes, everything has it is a 2-seater, but the rib that I would have bought for this boat would have been a 9-foot rib, and 3 people maybe, but 2 people practically.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact is, it performs great on 6 gallons of gas. I can run the boat all day long, and I can go 25 miles away.
Right.
So I mean, it was the right thing for what I'm looking for,
Especially if he's got a tailwind.
Yeah. Well,
that thing will skim across the water like a piece of trash.
Yeah. Oh, it's very stable. It's incredibly stable. I was shocked by how and crossing boat wakes and everything.
I was shocked he bought it.
Yeah.
Well, are you shocked he likes it?
No, because and the only reason why you like it is it sounds like when he talks about it, it sounds like he's saying Greg Cat.
No, that's not true at all. I just see that he's been very satisfied with his purchase. I didn't know if he'd like it that much. He didn't know it.
Yeah,
for sure. But it's actually panned out better than you even thought it did, right, Mike?
We'll see how long he keeps it. That determines.
Yeah, it's durable. It's easy to maintain. It takes about 5 minutes to clean it. You hose the whole thing down, wipe it down, and it's done.
Mm-hmm.
It burns 6 gallons in an entire day.
It's not. What's not to like? I don't know.
What's not to like?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it sounds like that's a pretty strong testimonial for the Craig Cat, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, just listening to how Mike talks about his latest purchase.
Trying to get them to pay me.
Yeah, really.
Pay me.
Give you another one.
Luck.
Well, that's why Mike likes the Sea-Doo Switch, because nobody will be pointing at him; they'll all be pointing at the Sea-Doo Switch.
I didn't say I like the Sea-Doo Switch.
Yeah, he didn't say that.
I meant like pointing at it, laughing. What is that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they're. I mean, I think it's a combination. Some of it's just odd design, and it's catching people's eyes. So there's some novelty to it.
Which one?
The latter. The Switch.
Oh, it's.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like that one too. I get it, Patrick. I mean, there's not a lot Patrick likes. Period. Let's be honest.
I just don't get it.
Okay. All right.
Well, okay, I mean, and I can understand where Patrick's coming from. I'm a traditionalist. I like classic-looking boats. Some of the new designs are
little out there. Yeah, to each his own. I got it. Yeah, well, we're going to have to wrap it up on that note. We're never going to agree on everything. That's God's honest truth. All right, whether it's sail or motor, remember,
life is better.
Life is better.
As a boater.
Safe boating, everyone.
Here, you barnacle-bitten swab.
World of Boating is brought to you by worldofboating.com, your internet portal for the boating enthusiast.
Any of this getting through to you, son?
World of Boating is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Computer standing by.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past shows worldwide over the internet at worldofboating.com.
Computers can do that?
So tell a friend and come aboard every week for the World of Boating.
This is so great. I can't wait. I'm getting goosebumps. Feel me. Feel me.
The radio show devoted exclusively to the boating lifestyle.
TTFN, ta-ta for now.
The opinions you just heard on the World of Boating are those of the hosts, callers, and guests. They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
What are you being such a weenie for?
While on the water, your safety and the safety of many others depends on you. So boat smart and operate your vessel only after receiving the proper training and instruction for your area.
There is a fine line between genius and madness.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at worldofboating.com.